You are watching Access LaPorte County Channel 97. Coming up next is the February 13th meeting of the Michigan City Board of Aviation Commissioners. You can find more information for this meeting at www.accesslaportecounty.org.
Welcome, everybody. Hope everybody's doing okay. All right, so this is the Board of Aviation Commission meeting. We're calling this to order. It's 1 p.m. and today is Thursday, February 13, 2025. This meeting is taking place at the Airport Terminal Building in Michigan City. The members of the board that are present today are Greg Pullen,
here,
Kirk Hunter, and myself, T.Y. Oakson. Members absent, Jeff Bartlett. We do have a quorum, so. Other members present, we have Jessica Ward, so airport manager. And we have Nancy Nolan, she's a Michigan City Council liaison. And absent is volunteer Paul Wojnik, this is community members present. And also Paul Schaefer has a representative.
David Pixie.
David Pixie, since with us, BFNS. Okay. All right, and then we'd like to acknowledge our camera person. So thank you. All right. Did everybody get a chance to read the minutes?
I did. I move the accepted as written.
All right. So
I'll second.
all in favor?
Aye.
All right. Meeting approved. Okay. So let's listen to reports and the financial from our manager.
Sure. So February 2025 balance report should be in your packets. In February, our vacation bonuses came out for city employees. This has made that line negative by $76.18. That amount is estimated in June, the year before our bonuses are given out, and it's based on gross salaries for the whole year. So it's impossible to estimate that any better. So this amount's small enough that we're going to be able to move money from a different line into it by the end of the year with no problem. So that you'll see in the first little section there. All of our other line items are under our monthly projected budget so far this year. We did have 2 loads of fuel on this claim docket. One was for a full load of Jet A and a full load of UL94. So in our aviation fuel line, you can see that we've used 10% of our aviation fuel fund so far this year.
All right. Any discussion or questions on the report finances?
No.
All right. We'll move on to account balances.
Sure, we'll do fuel sales. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Fuel sales. Overall, we sold 330.4 gallons of 100 low lead, 168 gallons of Jet A, and 41 gallons of UL94 in January. We're currently up 24% in gallons sold from January last year to this year. Our current fuel prices are $4.99 for self-service avgas, $5.14 for full-service avgas, $4.24 for I changed that to $3.99 for self and full-service Jet A, and $6.45 for self-service UL94. I did drop the avgas price down 35 cents to compete better with Stark County Airport. Jet A dropped 25 cents, so now we are the lowest priced Jet A again, competing with Stark County, and then unleaded 94 dropped 30 cents with this fuel up. So we're looking really good in fuel sales.
All right. Any discussion or questions? No.
All right, want me to go to airport manager?
Okay, so airport manager first.
Sure. Box hanger rental. We have, one of our hangar owners has his box hanger for rent. It is 4,480 square feet. I have passed that information on to a charter service that's operating out of Niles, Michigan. We would love to add charter service operation to our commercial aeronautical services here at the airport. So I'm hoping that they'll be able to work out a deal for like a long-term hangar rental / purchase if it ever comes up in their plan. He will be able to fit his aircraft in that hangar and operate here out of Michigan City. And the reason that he is interested in moving here to Michigan City is because there's no instrument approach up in Niles, and so that makes it kind of difficult for night. So I'm hoping it works out. I've talked to both Keith Mosier about the hangar, and he's the one with the charter service. I've also talked to the hangar owner about Keith. So I put them together, and hopefully they can figure out something, because that would be really great to add that here to the airport.
Are you anticipating that it might be sold eventually, the hangar?
So that's a good question. So the gentleman that owns it is Dennis Clausen, and he purchased it from John Brown. That was one of the latest hangars that we had purchased. The reason that he purchased it is because he has a jet aircraft that he wanted to operate out of here, but his pilots are not comfortable flying in and out of here permanently because of our runway length, we all know. And so he was thinking about selling it, but he also knew that we were planning on doing a runway extension, so he kind of wanted to keep his hangar, knowing that that's a possibility in the future, but not let it sit empty for this amount of time. And so it was my suggestion to do some sort of long-term lease with somebody, and I suggested Keith, so we could have a charter service here, or whoever he finds, just to have an aircraft in there, because we don't want the hangar sitting empty until the runway extension comes.
What aircraft does he have that he's putting in here?
He has, I know he has a Cirrus or multiples, and he has at least one jet that I know of. I don't know what kind it is or anything like that.
Could you get both of them in there?
A Cirrus and a jet? I think so.
Could you?
Yeah, I think he could. I mean, remember we had Hughes and Bird owns one of the hangars. He had his jet, and then he had another aircraft in there for a little while. They both kind of fit. It's tight.
Yeah.
It's tight, but he made it work. So.
Yeah.
Is he
But
advertising it?
the charter doesn't have the jet. That's the gentleman that owns the hangar.
Oh, okay.
The charter, he's got a Navajo, and he has a twin Comanche.
Oh.
Those are his two aircraft that he has. So both of those would fit.
Mm-hmm.
Can I have a question?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just curious. Did he advertise that it's up for rent?
He advertised to me, so I'll put it on. If he doesn't work something out with Keith, then I'll put it on our website. And of course, we have people call all the time asking for hangar space. So,
Sure.
yeah, I'm gonna give.
What's he asking for a month?
I don't know.
No. Just hangar for rent.
Yep,
Call me.
correct.
Got it.
So hopefully it won't be a call me. Hopefully it'll be a done deal. That's what we're hoping. So, so then meeting for drone camp with St. Michael's. St. Michael's is putting together the drone camp schedule for the spring. They have acquired an underwater drone to add to their fleet mix.
Oh,
So that's going to be really cool. So I'm kind of excited to partner with them for camps and class offerings this year. They also have somebody that wants to do a plane model build, so we might start that. Remember the EA chapter did that last summer? They did a plane model build over there, which worked really well. I think they had 5 or 6 kids that attended on a regular basis. So the young man that was kind of heading that up is planning on doing one again, and he wants to just offer it at the airport and not through the chapter. So hopefully we'll have that go as well. I'm going to meet with them at the end of this month.
What airplane did they build?
It was just like I don't know. Do you remember T.Y.? You went in there and checked it out, didn't you? Remember when Brooke and Dave Miller were building that? It was just kind of like a model airplane that they took out and flew. They didn't fly it here, but I'm not sure. I don't remember what kind it was or anything.
What means RC?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah, they're all RC.
Yeah. 2025 hangar rental lease for Flight Saga update. So the owner of Flight Saga has agreed to the terms of the operating and hangar lease agreement for 2025 as set forth by the board this past month. So the operating hangar lease agreement is ready for board member signature, and I have that here.
that's with the 5%?
Yep, that was with the 5% increase. Legislator meet and greet update. With the snowstorm last night and today, I wasn't able to make it down to Indy for the legislator meet and greet hosted by Aviation Indiana. I did let our legislators know, it's just Pat Boyd and Rodney Pohl, that I wouldn't be in attendance since I had an obligation here at the airport, of course, for snow plowing needs. But I told them that we could meet at their leisure anytime in the upcoming couple months to sit down and just kind of talk about funding needs for our runway extension project. So Paul was down there at both the event last night and the event this morning, and he was there for the Aviation Indiana meeting, which is probably going on right now still. So he said that neither of them came there for either of the events, so he's looking forward to meeting them in the next couple months as well. He was there to have a quick chat on our behalf if we needed him to. So Mayor Angie's Town Hall Series February meeting. Are you going to be at that tonight?
Yeah, I'll be there tonight. It's at 5:30 at City Hall in the lower level.
It is.
And I'm very excited. Most of the departments, if not all of them, will be present. They'll have tables. People can speak with them directly. And they're looking for positive solutions this
Yes.
evening.
So it's the first meeting is tonight, and Mayor Angie is calling it Let's Talk Solutions, which is a pretty cool name. It's an open house style event, and so the public are able to come and kind of interact with different department representatives. So I'm going to be there, of course, tonight, and they have 7 other ones scheduled throughout the year, which I'll also be attendance at. And I'm just going to talk about services the airport offers and answer any questions the public have and hang out. That's where I'll be tonight. Anyone wants to join, feel free to stop by. And that's right at City Hall.
Drinks or booze or what do you got?
No, there's none of that. No.
Sorry, look,
Yes.
I think we should, one of us.
Kubota mowers.
Maybe the president can attend with you.
So the 3 new Kubota mowers just got delivered to the airport by Riggs. They did pick up our 3 Hustler zero-turn mowers on trade. I have all this fun stuff to tell you about the mowers. I know you're excited. So the new Kubota mowers are ZD 24.8 horsepower diesel zero-turn mowers with 72-inch cutting decks. Kind of same as the other one, but the Hustlers were not diesel. The mowers have 3 blades with 1 to 5 inch cutting heights and a 12.9 gallon diesel fuel tank, and an outstanding stability on a variety of terrains thanks to a low center of gravity. Long wheelbase and low profile tires. I read this huge 4-page thing, and this is what I summed it up as what I thought was cool. It has semi-pneumatic, flat-free front caster tires. I'm very excited about that because we always blow tires, really. A large and bright LCD panel that shows key indicators to maximize cutting performance and operability, and its thick platform mat reduces noise and vibration. Lord knows that's going to be nice. It has a hydraulic deck lift and a shaft drive. Ooh, that's different. We didn't have that before. For responsive power, which also requires less maintenance and provides greater dependability compared to mowers that have the drive belts and the pulleys, which our last ones had. It has 2 front axle setups. I'm super excited about this.
2 what?
Front axle setups to optimize mowing comfort and performance. They're adjustable for a smooth ride or rigid for optimal control and an even cut while mowing on rough terrain, which boy do we have out here. The Kubota diesel engine, I'm not done yet, powers through tough mowing jobs with ease and efficiency. The engine is also environmentally friendly. Come on! Thanks to excellent fuel economy, enhanced combustion efficiency, and low vibration and noise levels. So I'm excited. I've literally been looking at these out there, and I can't wait to jump on.
Did you miss the section where they talk about AI? Is this thing controlled by
Oh,
AI?
I hope not.
It makes it really easy.
Yeah.
You don't have to do
You
anything.
just sit there?
You just say the things that you want.
Oh,
Right.
well, that'd be cool. I don't think these have that.
Okay.
But maybe the next mowers we get will. I'll be like, cut the grass, and it'll just go cut. Oh my gosh.
Stay
So,
off the runway.
there you have it. I'm excited, you guys. I look at them every day and they're so pretty and I can't wait to jump on.
How many of these was How many of them?
Three.
3 of them?
Good ball.
All right, that's good.
Yep, they're pretty.
Very nice.
Discussions, comments on airport?
I wanna drive one.
I
Maybe.
think she could go to work selling.
I want to get on one first. Then,
I'll do a YouTube video
Yeah.
and show that you might get some,
yeah, right? Some kickback.
yeah.
Well, we'll see how good they run, okay? This is just like me getting excited about them. I
How
haven't
many
gotten on one yet.
cylinder diesel engine?
Was it 3? I don't know.
3 cylinder?
I think so.
You read it, I don't know.
Did I read it?
V8 or something, I don't know.
24 horse, right? 24.
Yeah, 24.8 horse. So, yeah, I'm excited. It's gonna be fun.
This is great.
Okay, so how about airport development?
Sure. So, improve runway 220 extension. So we just have the intent to use our fiscal year 2025 NPE funding letter to the FAA that we'd like to submit, and I have that in everybody's packet if you want to look at it, but I actually have one that needs signed because we need TY signature on it now. So that's right here. We do this every year, so you guys should all be familiar with that. If you want to make a motion to approve that, that'd be awesome if it pleases the board.
All right, let me get a motion for that.
I make a motion that we submit intent to use fiscal year 2025 NP funding.
I second the motion.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, the motion carries.
So that's all we have with that. Our runway crack sealing and surface coat project, still the same thing there. We're waiting for the spring. I know that, I think it was like April 29th or something they want to start, somewhere in there. It'll be closed for 2 weeks. 21st, was it the 21st?
I thought it
Okay.
said 21st.
Yeah, it might be, yep, the
All kind of weather
21st.
dependent.
And then we know that Dave's gonna be out here doing the inspection for it, for Butler, Fairmont, and Cypress. That'll be nice to have him out here for that. We are lucky. And then our fuel farm. So we actually we submitted that request to the FAA to use that BOT process. And they kind of came back and said that they want us to use like a FAA construction manager at risk method rather than BOT. But there's not an Indiana code that actually follows the FAA CMAR process exactly. So they're going to be able to modify the BOT so it still works with the council ordinance that we're going to request. It's still going to work with that. So it's going to follow the exact FMAR, FAA CMAR as the BOT is designed to be flexible. So they're going to be able to package that to the FAA to be able to allow it to work with us for the council ordinance that we're going to request, and also the FAA CMAR process. So Paul thinks that it's not going to be an issue, that we're going to be able to figure it out and use it to where it fits both.
Can someone explain the difference between the CMAR and the bot?
Yes, Paul can, and he's not here, so you'll have to wait till next month.
Yes.
Oh, you drew a blank slate here. I think it's the same thing, it's just wording.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of like, they just call it different things, but it kind of is the same, I don't know, process, I guess.
Okay.
You're in good hands with Paul on it.
Okay.
I can assure you.
And I mean, I can have him send out an email to explain the process. If you guys want me to do that, he would love to.
So I'll wait till he gets
Okay.
Next time when he's here, he can-
Yeah, okay.
I could try ringing him if you want.
I mean, it's up to you guys.
No.
No?
No,
Okay.
he's got his hands full right now.
Yeah.
So that leads us to,
So we don't have.
the drafted resolution, I'm getting to this right now. So the drafted resolution for the use of the BOT procurement method was sent to the city attorney and the mayor, just like we talked about at the last meeting. They asked if it would be a problem for us if they change it to an ordinance instead. So I reached out to Paul and asked him, and he said, no, they can do an ordinance instead of a resolution. That works just fine for us. I said, perfect. So Amber drafted the ordinance. It's been reviewed by Paul. The city attorney also requested a letter written by the board stating why we want to use the method and for what project. So I drafted that letter, which was sent by email to everybody. Hopefully you got a chance to look at it, or else it's in your packet as well. If there's no requested changes to the letter, I'm gonna need a signature from TY as president and I as airport manager, and then we're gonna send it off to be attached to the ordinance. And so that's what the ordinance is gonna look like. And I filled in the highlighted area on the ordinance, as Amber asked me about what the project is. So the ordinance will be on the March 4th council agenda, so that's when we're gonna be able to get it on there. Pending no issues, obviously. I'm gonna attend that council meeting, of course, to answer any questions the council may have on the ordinance, or use of the procurement method. Hopefully Paul will be able to make that meeting too, because he's way better at it than me, but I can if I have to. So, of course, our council liaison, Miss Nancy Moldenhauer, has graciously stated she would sponsor the ordinance. So if it pleases the board to send the signed draft letter to be attached to the ordinance, I request you make a motion to that effect.
Okay,
I move that we accept, that we present the draft letter for the ordinance be delivered to the city council.
Second.
all in favor, please? Motion carries.
So Jessica, were you gonna be able to make a brief presentation about the airport?
I will, sure.
Okay,
Yep,
great,
I would love to do that as well.
thank you.
So what do you think the first reading will be?
March 4th, that's when we're hoping to get it on there.
Is that a common thing to have an ordinance, Nancy?
I will say,
go
just
ahead,
the
Jen.
reason real quick why Amber requested that it be an ordinance is because that way it'll be written right into the code.
Okay.
And so, as a resolution isn't written into the code, and that'll be easier for other departments to actually use the ordinance as well, because the whole point of this ordinance is it can be used by any department for any project once they have the ordinance. So I mean, she said that it would be fine if they did it as a resolution, but then like everybody would have to do that, instead of just like adding it right into the code as a way for them to use the procurement.
Well, how's the FAA gonna view the bond as opposed to the CMARs?
So I think that, well, Paul thinks that they're gonna be fine with it just because it's kind of the same process, it's just called two different things.
Okay.
And so he feels comfortable with the FAA allowing them to work together to make sure that it's what the FAA wants, but also what we need to do for the city. So he's pretty comfortable with it.
Yeah.
Another difference is a resolution only takes one reading and vote, and an ordinance takes 3 readings.
In an ordinance for permanent.
Yeah.
Yeah, it will
Yeah,
show, it will
perpetuity.
show up in the public record,
Right.
and that's a big difference. Yeah, and usually we use the resolutions for things that are really fast and just ordinary procedure, things that have been dealt with before, and we're just having to update something or add additional funds or move some money around, or, like a proclamation for like celebrating Naomi Anderson Day is, coming up at our next meeting. So, it's gonna take a little longer, but I believe Amber has chosen the right route for this.
Yeah, it'll be good for the city, for other departments to use
Yeah,
it.
and I can push it through also requesting second and third reading at the same meeting, if you would like me to do that.
Yes, please. Okay.
Yeah, that'd be fine.
Excellent, thank you. All right, old business?
No?
All right, how about new business?
It's not on this agenda, but next month, our new business will be the skydive operating agreement. So that's gonna need to get approved again. So just look for that and be ready to see stuff like that, for that come out this month.
Okay. The claims,
Yes, I have the claims up here. I also emailed it over, if everybody's got that.
Everybody see it? Did you see it?
I looked at it on the email she sent.
okay, so everybody's seen that, can I get a motion?
I'll make a motion, we approve the claims docket for $79,711.29.
I second the motion.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, motion carries. Thank you. Okay, correspondence.
No correspondence?
All right, public comment.
What about the BFNS agenda items?
Yeah, I just kind of threw them in. I went over all of them, unless you see something I didn't. Yeah.
Okay.
So the Roma extension, I just talked about how, we just needed to submit that fiscal year 2025 NP funding letter. Runway crack sealing surface coat, I went over and start April 21st. Fuel farm we just talked about. And that's it. That's all they have.
All right. All right, so. Okay, so let's have a motion to adjourn.
I move we adjourn the meeting.
Second?
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
Very good.
Thank you very much, everybody.
Thank you.